Hi, everyone. I'm David.
And it's Richard here.
We have another weekly update. Let's just kick into it where we are. Today, we're going to talk mostly about the token persistence transition since it's coming up very quickly. First thing to mention, work that's happening on the app layer these days is mostly asset store and payments. The asset store is coming along. We're also expecting there to be the ability to click a buy now button. And if you don't have on-chain Saito, you can actually purchase it directly from your browser. So we're working on that using other cryptos or other methods of payment. Anything to add there?
Yeah, related to that, we're also basically setting up an on-ramp for ERC20 Saito to native Saito. So we've always hoped that and planned for the wrapped Saito to be an easy way to get Saito to then bring it on the network. So we'll obviously keep expanding on these tools, but step one is a really simple automated approach.
Where basically right now you need the migration tools manual, and there's a large amount, and it hits us, and it takes our time.
We
with the revised version, it's going to be automated, and it will support arbitrarily small amounts of on-chain Saito. So you'll be able to move like 5 Saito and keep the rest off-chain if you want.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. All the restrictions are at the east side, not ours. So the Saito stuff's way smoother. It's just quite nice to see.
With that said, asset store update done. Let's get to token persistence. Here's what's going to happen. First thing, we're aiming for September. Now, things that people don't know. Our production server has been on a loop with a permanent chain, I think, for the past 5 months.
About that, yeah.
Right? At the beginning, I was like, oh, we can casually update it. Richard's like, no. So
let me get a live update. It is 767,220 blocks long. So
so it's long chain.
Well, that's turbo.
However, short loop. There are a couple of implications for this. One, we're pretty confident that ATR is working. 2, we're pretty confident that when we go live into token persistence, we're not going to lose anyone's money. But there are some implications. What we need to do in September is we need to update things like the Genesis period to get them out of this super short chain and back to something that we want for production. There are a couple of variables like this we want to switch. Richard, you've also been working on networking scripts.
Yes, I mean, basically we'll replace with new components all the parts of the network, so that the web-facing node people hit and all the bits and pieces. We'll also add some further security and stuff like that we didn't have previously, just to make sure everything's buttoned up and everything's clean, known good, etc. Rotate keys, that kind of thing.
So this is giving us the process for September. We need to update the network variables, and we need to update all of the machines and get them running on the live prod. Private new version to make sure everything is on known software and it's good. So our transition process is going to be the first week of September. We're going to have a weekly update just like this. So I'm imagining in 7 days or whatever, we're going to be sharing an update with all of the production variables. So this is what we're checking in the next week. This is what the Genesis period is going to be. We need to announce things. Like block stake. I think it's going to be 2 million per block. So it's going to be something like, we're going to literally be able to say, if someone attacks the network and they do a joyriding cash burn attack, this is how much it is going to cost them. And these are the conditions under which we will fork our network away from an attack block. So that stuff you can expect week 1. And I think at the end of that week or somewhere in that week, we're going to switch to those prod settings. We are hoping, if you have feedback on that first week of September is really the last point in time to come in with and open that discussion. Any other comments on
just
week 1?
So week 1, we're seeing that as that reset chain is the chain. That it's I'm thinking of it as a release candidate. Like unless something goes horribly wrong and we need to start again, that's it. In either case, we'll guarantee token persistence at any size. It's just a matter of like making sure that everything hits the ground running perfectly. So that's the goal for week 1, really.
There's some minor things as well, like our scripts that guarantee token persistence. I'm not sure offhand if they're also guaranteeing things like NFTs, because we weren't expecting to have NFT support at this stage.
Yeah, ready by
So
now.
we need to check that. That kind of checking work, it's going to happen week 1, week 2, week 3. We're expecting to get it done by the end of September. Either way, changes are going to happen in week 1. Limited amount of time for us to have any discussions or public changes. By the end of September, we're not going to be entertaining those discussions. The network's going to be set. That's it. And anything needs to be an explicit hard fork. What we will be aiming towards is that by the end of September, it could probably start working week 1. We'll figure it out. But our focus for October is going to be shifting to third-party nodes on the network. So the process you're going to see in September with token persistence, it's going to repeat in October with the discussions around bringing third-party nodes on.
Yep.
We've got dev work lined up for September with this in mind. So this is part of the networking script stuff Richard is talking about. Making sure we can bring on nodes, we can remove them, so that we know the process is simple. I think you've got a script that really super automated.
I went to the enthusiastic intern and we worked together on essentially a one-click deploy. It's a simple script, but it installs Saito, gets it running, and then a reverse proxy so that you can get an SSL cert that will auto renew and everything. So you can basically just do that, and then we'll have an end, and that'll take you, to a classic like we're running now screen, and you can go and have step-by-step instructions then on how to join that node to the network. So 2 purposes for that. One is spinning up a node to join the network. The other one is if you want to look at the work you've been developing on your laptop or whatever online, that'll just make that super simple for you.
So to review, week 1, network settings announced.
Yep.
Last chance to have public discussions about it, because that's RC candidate 1. If there's no problems with RC candidate 1, that's the live chain.
Yep.
And we're going to know within a week or 2.
Yep.
If there is a problem or something, well, we'll reset it at the end of the first week in September, and any tokens that have migrated are going to go live.
Yep.
By the end of September, that same guarantee should extend to the NFTs on chain.
Yep.
But we're going to update you guys on that week by week.
Yep.
October, third-party nodes on the network. We're going to be running them. If you're welcome to bring them on as well, but we're going to repeat that in October as well.
Yep.
With weekly updates. So we're just going to continue this probably every Friday. Things that aren't related to token persistence, I guess, that people need to know. Richard?
So one thing is the focus and the way we do deployed updates will change. So we're going to be really focusing heavily on quality of life things around the wallet, on ramps to get crypto into the system, all of those things that people will need to be making use of token persistence. But also the way we deliver that will have to change, because we're going to have the live production network. We won't be doing kind of on the fly quick updates like we do now. We'll be doing more thoughtful, releases with some pre-testing, etc., that will be public. Just because, obviously, once you're in that prod mode, you need to be doing that. So there'll be a little less speed to things, but I think a lot of focus on real quality of life stuff, and obviously stability becomes king once we're there.
I should mention, we've got a small list of stuff we want to fix. One of the things for me, for instance, is the blog module is no long. There's some issues with persistence there.
Yep.
If there's feedback, you've got feedback on applications. There's things that you want fixed. You think it's really important that we get them fixed for adoption or usability. We would welcome having community members do a final usability review.
Yep.
What that means is look at the applications, take screenshots of things that are problematic, compile them into a doc, forward them to us.
Yep.
If we get this in from community members, we will prioritize getting things fixed, unless they're totally crazy and they make absolutely no sense. But it's the right time to do it. So feel time pressure on that, because otherwise, the pace of production development of visible apps is going to slow. We're likely to be testing out updates on a server that's not Saito.io.
Right. So there'll be that, and there'll also be more and more team time going to supporting the people who've started developing on the network already, and future people who come along and do that. So that's a non-trivial team commitment. But as that builds a community that can help each other more and more, that I think will ease up a bit. But
yeah,
I'm looking forward.
And it'll show people also that people aren't really dependent on us once we get third-party nodes on the network,
Yep.
because you can spin up a node, the scripts are there, you can put up an app, fork it, do whatever. And we're hoping as people do that, to the extent that we can benefit from open source work, we will happily run and operate modules.
Well, it'll be really simple too to spin up a version of Red Square that interoperates with the one on Saito.io that has any changes or UI fixes or whatever you want to do locally.
Yeah.
We can either share those, or hopefully we get lots of multiple client implementations of things, which I think is a really great way to make products better, is to have competing different versions, different ways of using it.
So that's it. That's this week.
Yep.
Next week, you can expect network setting details and RC1.
Yep.
Anything else, or should we close here?
Let's close that up. Very exciting, really.
Okay. Questions, discussions, bring it to Red Square. We'll see you there.
Thanks, guys.